I yield to my colleague from Maryland.
Thank you so much, Ms. McBath, and also for those clarifying remarks. I needed to intervene because I heard the gentleman from Texas talk about how the Department of Justice is somehow being converted into a ministry of truth. Of course, that has nothing to do with the bill, which is all about responding to actual episodes of domestic violence committed by domestic terrorists. But the gentleman opposes a ministry of truth. He seems to support a ministry of lies. He has bought into
I would ask that the gentleman's words be taken down. I do not support lies. I made that clear.
Okay.
I would
Well,
ask the gentleman's
that.
words be taken down.
Floor, Mr. Chairman,
I'm not going to
floor?
sit here and be told that I favor lies.
The gentleman will suspend.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I believe that the gentleman has endorsed Donald Trump's false claim that he won the 2020 presidential election.
I have not done so. I have said there was fraud in the election, and that is being borne out by...
It has been rejected by more than 60...
One at a time.
It doesn't change my motion to have the gentleman's words taken down. I won't sit here and be told that
Does the gentleman...
That violates the rules.
Does the gentleman from Maryland wish to rephrase?
Let's see. I said that the gentleman from Texas is talking about a ministry of truth. He seems to favor a ministry of lies. I was proceeding to talk about his support for Donald Trump's big lie for Donald Trump's
I take it then the gentleman does not choose to rephrase.
Well, I mean, if he's willing to dissociate himself from Donald Trump's big lie, then I'm delighted to take it down. If he will denounce Donald Trump's big lie,
I take it the gentleman, if the gentleman will withdraw his comments, we can move on. If not, we'll have to vote on taking the words down. Based on my understanding that he does not advance Donald Trump's big lie, then I'm happy to say that he is not favoring a ministry of lies based on that stipulation, because I'd understood that he was going along with Donald Trump's big lie, but if he's not, that's terrific, and I just hope Donald Trump doesn't find out.
The gentleman said that I support a ministry of lies. That's a lie, and I demand his words be taken down.
All right, well, if you're willing to dissociate yourself from Donald Trump, then I'm happy to withdraw that, but let me just say this. He said that there were people from January 6th who were being somehow, I don't know, falsely or wrongly prosecuted. I wonder if the gentleman...
The gentleman does not withdraw his remarks. We will have to vote on whether to take down the gentleman's remarks.
Mr. Chair, can I make a parliamentary inquiry? Some of the controversy seems to be over Mr. Gohmert's statement that there was a lie in the resolution. If he would tell us what the lie he says was, we could determine whether or not Mr. Raskin's statement is correct or not.
It does not change the fact that he said I was supporting a ministry of lies, and that's not true. He also, want to point it out, he misrepresented what I said. I did not say that the DOJ was, it was a ministry of truth. No, the DOJ is the equivalent of...
Mr. Gohmert, what was the lie you were referring to?
Would Mr.
You're
Raskin...
changing the subject from my demand the words be taken down.
Will suspend. Will Mr. Raskin agree that Mr. Gohmert was not personally lying?
Oh, I never said he was personally lying.
The gentleman agrees he's personally lying. The word is personally not lying. The words, therefore, cannot be taken.
All I said is I never said that he was lying.
The gentleman will suspend the words. The gentleman has said that he did not call the gentleman from Texas a liar, that he was not personally lying. Therefore, there is no occasion to take down anybody's words. And who had the time? I forget. And Mr. Raskin will continue his remarks. He has a
That was
Okay.
minute and a half left.
I appreciate that. There was some suggestion that there was some false prosecutions going on by the Department of Justice, or people are being hounded. I know some of our colleagues have described people arrested for violent assaults on federal officers and violent invasion of the Capitol and interruption of federal proceeding as political prisoners. And we have people who are somehow claiming to be on the side of the police who have nothing to say about violent assaults on our officers who were injured, wounded, hospitalized, broken necks, broken vertebrae, broken jaws, traumatic brain injuries, post-traumatic stress syndrome. We hear nothing about it. It's remarkable. So look, either you're going to oppose domestic terrorism across the board, or you're not. And I oppose it across the board. If you look at the language of this legislation, it puts us squarely against domestic terrorism across the board. But there's some people who seem to want to be forgiving and indulgent of domestic terrorism if it comes from people who they view as being on their side against critical race theory. And that is a very dangerous moment for American democracy when the two major political parties are not standing together against violent domestic terrorism against our institutions. So I think that's just a sorrowful and tragic moment. And none of us should be supporting a ministry of lies or a ministry of truth in the Orwellian sense. We should just be supporting the facts and the law. I yield back.
The gentleman's time has expired.